All right, Abusian for Mechia Obibia na me wogidi say Obia hoye. And a fresh Monday assign aba weekend the weekend at the same. Waiting how weekend in the comment section. Now we are live on 1 hour with Munufi and we are live on YouTube. So I was live on Facebook 1 hour with Munufi and Tino. The next 1 hour no me no babet na na ya twetwen Ghana ho enkomo. Na ene your advice be edema era John Dramani Mahama. We are the next project the best NDC manifesto no the best called economy no so kwan be na NDC pese e faswa e be je ka twitwiri dia aban we abo amagana to no kwan be na NDC be faswa e betimi age sani man ni de si ho enti na e ba be di sa nkomo na na along the point no kwa che Frederick be join me from Paris, France na ya twetwe enkomo no I say more project no program no saying e Millicent say my disappointed kakra we but I think say mo fanche is streaming actually live but I think say maybe the channel is streaming and I mean him say Millicent what we can consider but I think say we can just do something for you to see how everything went. And what we're going to do now, they say the first part no the advice we have for Ira John Dramani Mahama they are one will say John Dramani Mahama has been the president before. Now, me per se John Mahama aside say all she Ghana football and now and the SWAT team move forward. I want to know on sign she NDC football. Per se John Dramani Mahama unya message we are but this is a direct message to John Dramani Mahama on she Ghana football. Now on sign she NDC football. Any appointees are on by man on sign share your boss on disappoint here. Obi baby some say a day in tina or can same way. But me back some of these things I may be kind with some short videos maybe we on so the first one I'm a person John Mahama and say NDC for a ball. And he say we are doing everything possible to make sure say you become the next president of Ghana. But Obe president in India, you don't turn back. The likes of Kwame Sifaka and Mokansama, you don't tell us that is where you're going to listen. I remember Yera Mama Yarga was the sports minister somewhere between 2014 and then I think that he was kicked out in 2015. Abra wadi Ghana Blasters a quarter tournament to be. Na sa tournament no, Yera Ayarga Bayano. I remember. Kwame Sifaka in Ghana for bit a year or margins on best say Mama Yaraga because they were thinking it's kind of Mama Yaraga as or the common blaster for no and could do. Enti Kwame Sifaka share that from Mama Yaraga on radio program Peace. My pacho, sorry sir, I'm mentioning names here. Peace. Say Yera Mama Yaraga enya accounts and chira no Kwame Sifaka and Peace FM. A Mama Yaraga can say or a member of parliament or sign a minister. Na onya accounts peace FM rather na oya accounts on parliament the Ghana for. Kwame Sifaka ene Ghana for share Ghana for kutupa. Emo moye did sa then the president of that time His Excellency John Dramani Mahama eti Kwame Sifaka did that way and esake Yura Mama Yaraga. To be honest, I wasn't impressed about that. That for me alone no echere President Mahama went to me nyina Mama Yaraga chi. That is something I want you to tell Ghanaians. And then NDC for say, you are not going to repeat the same mistakes again. To be honest, maybe somebody might have different ideas about what I'm trying to mean here today, but this is my candid opinion. 2, Yakai Vicky Hammer. Vicky Hammer, meaning Obi share that seti Vicky Hammer up from the time even Vicky Hammer air kind statement to cry now ya cost a statement no. Me pa cho mo men kwani nkuti Vicky Hammer ewa ha.
Of confidence for online comments and communication and collaboration. What is the speech I edited? This is not the speech I edited. No, I can't read this. And that's what I was working on this morning. I edited the speech and this is different. And so I'm trying to speak from my mind. So maybe I'll do that.
All right. So all those, what Vicky Hammer did here was a childish game. But to be honest, she was a bit straight and big frank. Because minister, I prepared a speech about Babekan. Why did he speech, Oko do when the speech in Batun is something different. And then she was a bit straight. Vicky Hammer was in her car. The driver recording a bra or no one can say a private conversation say so we nya $1 million on your own politics beam. Wow. Emma assassin way be did the Ghana, then the president actually sacked Vicky Hammer. The patcher, oh, your minister won't even come again. And now the unia down for won't even kasa. Driver now recorded here. No, the president didn't punish the driver because as a minister, no, or the responsibility of the state to look after her. Ye the state seeker nature driver car. And this car or more set driver up so on recorded on Emma bomb. And the same minister in the camera, because they killed Vicky Hammer for nothing, for serving her country. Yet the president then anti-man Vicky Hammer. I'll play the tape also. President and Vicky Hammer. Esake Vicky Hammer for nothing. I'm not saying what she did is right, and as some kind is right, but I want some sense of assurance from the president. Say this is not going to happen again. The third one, Patrick Mami Jiva Ativo, Bas Brandon, and it Smarties, say Smarties, say Smarties, Bas Brandon. As a minister of transport, branded buses with pictures of our president and former president. Ghana for you did this, then president if we independent mami. This is the third one I just want us to talk about. It's a President Mahama. This year, 7th December, Ghana for an NDC for a year, Jumadin, I'm our president. 7th January 2025, obey president. Give us assurance, say, oh, inside, yes, I need money beam. But NDC for say, men can't say they need some sense of assurance from you. Say, when your opportunity now, you're not going to do the same thing again. But you can't clear this. Apana, or can't say who said piano. Then Kaya, me pacho, me yanko confess apano.
We have been given the platform to talk. Who are now platform? Who can I work on? Maybe get I don't know. Yes, sir. What is it? Eh, you don't get me. Who is all you me? What do you mean by Tia? What do you mean by Tia? I will tell you. When you see somewhere and behave like you are talking to your co-equal, am I your co-equal? You know how to behave if you are a hospital worker. Who are you? Why do you have to behave in that manner? Well, I find that myself. I'm not talking the same.
The patch say Kaya Papa we. Right after that, the president Esakeno, dear born in a papa ye. Until see you Rasi doing Katia sign berries to tea papa. A dear bonnet and a papa ye. I just want to know. So we'll be out here, man. If you are a DC and you are talking and then somebody say chia, why say umu? That's a papa bufua. Why must the president sack him? Mr. President. Obia obe appointing into your government, the person becomes your responsibility. I will say protect, You need to protect your appointees. So another NPP MPs in parliament, I catch the president now to say on sake finance minister, also on sake no. Do you know why he said that? Osake finance minister, it means the president Akufo-Addo a failure because he appointed the finance minister. It is a finance minister more than there. It means the old president and more than that is why he is failing to sack him. So over here under President Akufo-Addo, appointee there, he comes out to defend the person because he appointed the person, and it is his responsibility to defend the person. In another form, and that is what NDC for Semen Council, they need that kind of assurance from you. But a candid opinion, a candid advice, and I think that this goes straight to His Excellency John Dramani Mahama. ABM, this might sound controversial. Mr. President John Dramani Mahama, this is from me, William Monufiama, to you. Unyanye president and yet. So don't start to speak as a president. Afei na Ghana for ne timamufo esufreo. You are not yet the president. It is some comments being whilst you were the president. Oh yeah, it cost the party to go to opposition. They say the dead goat syndrome and those kind of things in Ghana for be anti-asia or what please do not make same mistakes again. Because unyanye president. Recently, I saw you make some comment. Emma Ghana for be a pick our comment out. Me pacho oma yenkoni inkuti that particular comment.
And I'll plead with the teachers' unions, NAT and NAGRAT and UTAG and TEU and all of them. I know all of you are clamoring for allowances, increase in your allowances and so on and so forth. Let me caution you that in 2025, inshallah, after we take over, we will show you the books and the finances of this country. And you realize the harm that the MPP administration has done to Ghana's economy. This country is broke. And so we would beg you that when we come into office, give us a bit of a honeymoon. Let's put things in place so that we can bring the economy back on its feet. And when we have done that, we can accede to your demands again. And that's why I'm being very measured in the promises that I make.
This particular comment is Osofo Eneka. Well, you are not a pastor. You are a politician, Mr. President. You are a politician. And I will encourage you and advise you to speak as a politician. Not just a politician in government, but you are a politician in opposition. And you can asema ebema man for atwa ba man. Ghana ni bia dem say Ghana say you don't have to repeat and tell them. But ojuma ne say oba be fix ya den na ho kira na na do de abrete mamfo no oba be solve. You don't go out and then start to repeat the same thing and tell them say to give you honeymoon for what? Your mandate is to fix the mess being caused by Ronaldo and Alhaji Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia. They are now in government and so your mandate is to attack them. And you will also repeat the same thing on more than then Timamufo him that I say mine say. And this is use for whatever you tell them to give you an honeymoon. My friend, they are not going to vote for you. Because Ghana for no Ghana for party. Ghana for wants to be politics na ye. Ghana for doesn't want a pastor to come and lead them. They want politicians to come and lead them. I don't know. Somebody might not understand what I'm trying to mean, but I'm making a bit of sense. Because a politician needs to speak as a politician. You need to speak as a politician. And you need to speak what the people wants to hear. Sana Alhaji Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia na nado ye ya mdije kunya. And this is a president in waiting now. Only a president in yet. You need to hit the point. And nya fe na obeka kire obi say obey president na amount time and say na wo fix the mess ni we no. Obi ani say adaje no. Obi o di Ghana na ho kire no oni adaje say fe na obeka honeymoon da bi. O we ni abana straight. Nipa wa we ska no. Masa obekina to wa kina to no wa jiska no. So when it means we are the business ska no so a now why? Militants, you are asking say if I prefer to tell the lie. This is not the lie. We are doing politics. Politics is different from telling the truth and then telling the lies. You have to fall in between the line. You have to fall in between the line. And this, that is what you tell them. Say, when you come straight away, you're going to fix it for them. I will be catching them and say, but I'm fixing my I will not vote for you. The country is because you are in opposition, you are not in government. That is the honest truth. Wow, Katie Hammond recently. Journalist big kita microphone kujina Katie Hammond him. Katie Hammond say, on man answer. On kasakora because why not be on kasano? In front of the journalist with the camera and microphone, na Katie Hammond uniform you call. Yet President Nsakeno. President Nsakeno. Indeed, that is the kind of assurance we need from you. Yes, I'll community over me post now the next 1 month. Me quite mistaken also media. I'll feel disappointed because I've wasted a lot of time and a lot of resources, and then I have the zeal to work for my country. And obia or yes, I want to be in at a point to make mistakes. Until you don't capitalize on the mistakes and disgrace the person. In fact, Mama Yarga, I'm telling you today, I felt very, very disappointed in your mama. But that is not what I'm going to say here today. I need a sense of assurance from me. And not only me, NDC for the donors and cancer. That is the honest truth. And then let me just bring Kwachi Frederick and then we discuss these kind of topics. Because this is a humble plea to the president in waiting. That is my honest truth. And I think that this message is going straight to area John Dramani Mahama. Fred, Bibi Aboko there. Right. My name William Captain, some American. Also, my understanding of the honeymoon is we should be a bit patient for the first year. Millicent, you say, do I mean to say a politician as John Mahama should lie to the people? Brighton, so my advice is on point.
Well, me boy no dear na me gyina France fo nyina na mu de aseda soronko pa aseda PSA ama wo ewo nra se dwumadi a yedi ewo France. Say me nuaba Millie say you're disappointing. I don't know, maybe a disappointment, but yeah, by life.
Life, yes, but I think it's be a Millicent and your channel
because distance program, no, na me na me for feeding the flu about along the line, no, now breaks kakra, but I think say first part of the program they covered do na.
Yeah, but I will share the link on this show. You know, we'll be able to my baby.
Sure, I think say along the line if you make sure SS kakra na most of who be a course. Well, France for Damasi and the chairman also anyway.
All right.
Well, and somehow they are too granted here. Part of it, me know where I know baby, so me know when I papa.
Okay.
In simple terms, maybe I now can say assurance in those kind of stuff, Me know part baby because to say if it's a free anchor 2014 World Cup issues near there, they need no. Even though once I cannot completely there, but I no crown or you know free the sports ministry or the echo different yes that say they now can my opposition mum then detective more
yes
face, say no be they take it out of context. I even say about you boy secret him no na ya but in this sense, I wouldn't blame the president then by much because okay say obiti microphone sabe na Peace FM na wo die ma you omo na na wo so what you say omo na na for e dey eti wo omo media general no saade no nko an wo ye you so ne ni ye ya wo ye na ma obi ahu say Kwame Sefa Kan was being diabolic because okogina yi si anim Charlotte say anim ekika sema kesi bebre den what you say recently the mensa from okika nsem no not hu say otimi bie na no kasa
Debbie
so ene na kire o say nipa kro no oye ne agenda na omo ye dey no omo set ena sa time no so omo na nkrofo ye dey etie wo omo enti say NDC ni kura akọ na akọ wa asema ye nye dey enko ba bia
obi antio.
That's it. Example ya o make ye e wo keti amount asem ya wo kan sisi you know. Senka ye NDC ni anka no kwa ye campaign afi wako.
For 1 year.
Anka radio fo e be ka boso a who say twa yi. Obia won temperamental ayi. Papa no wanyini. No hwe wo be a young person. You were political year mu. Or my speech ya. Now wo gina chire ma search a commenter. You think say on reacting?
About reacting.
What's our command? Yes. So who know? Enti no enso sa time no sa same way no. Ebe ye nkomo wo Ghana meboa. Baby who say so a whole lot of things. Enti no sometimes the way media ni be sia carry matter no. Last na me no ye program na me ka kire say hwe Kofi Adwuma wani ye seasonal journalist or can news a normal big ye launch 2015 ye 40-year development plan, any other things here, Abasu, NDC, no. What is our can assembly? There be or interview Crawford, but unfair on background of fire no crab grammar. Instead, say, oh, me journalist, ABS, I deal with crack customer who be paying or almost so, or money free with no Akasako.
I saw one tea.
Sir, that's what a Ghana or a journalist or power or a saa nipa wei maame papa no baeɛ no na yɛ nkɔmɔ a ɔmo gyina radio so a da biara no ɛne no ɔmo topic a na ɔmo yɛ dɛ ɔmo discuss papa n'asɛm a ɛmaayɛ binom di ɔmo nkɔmɔ no na bɛyɛ issue a nipa no so koraa san wɔ opposition ɛnso ɔmo de yɛn nsɛm yɛ dɛ ɛka so this tells you the kind of journalist ɛne media houses ayɛ dɛ for a whole media house to just go and carry a story out of context. I would say, Bina, would the buy Mebaho to say, former President Mahama just says, oh, examination and crown Troy, obviously, no man, then uncle any idea. You know, we need to look at our educational system well. Now, as I'm saying, on crown Troy, Montreal, any idea. A moment microphones, no more Kumasi, Kokachi, Kumasi, for say, former President Mahama, obey remarking. About the man Krana Sankrosams and for fruits again. Come and see this. As I was on Krana did a home resource to school. No, so be babies house as we are. Meanwhile, to talk about no Obaho no Mamma University. It is all in Yansa for 77 you will be because I ask him which they are. What will be your first reaction or question? You have to question the person.
Yes.
And so, no, one man can say, what ten is your mamma who are hinting, no, I saw the mood dinner.
Yes.
So the same thing, and as a statement here, baby, also on any day, any argument as a politician. Also, for a communication, it depended the kind of people are they. What's your woman? When you do form and I know no more castle. Where a session of academia, Ghanaians, they understand the issues. Before. Into a catcher or more. Going forward, it will come back to haunt us as a party. So who know? And you know, you won't crawl we know Mushia. You have to be genuinely honest to them.
That's what I'm saying. Me understand about what happened. When we are opposition leader now per power. Speech be a share them who know you're the to the whole nation.
No, but the American say way to the whole nation. But when yes, our engagement, what you say, because indirectly, say you shouldn't hear about John Dramani Mahama has started ruling from opposition. That is the picture we have to start creating. Because we already know,
but until hands over as well, you are still the opposition.
We understand that.
It is a open community.
No, sir, and American and common baby, and said, Obesi Dino, but a contest, any quite over fast will be defend the assembly because you see you for my uncle Kabuku was a more who can jay with you was him, and actually doing for my mebois. The same thing, and I will share 2 years before a Juma was him in a high day or coca, not in a gratis for education.
Let me question. We are president in waiting. We opposition leader. Ope power ba. Tima munibia e sufrewo. Sebra because abaye no oteso no amese ap economy no. Wasai niema. Enti ni atima munibia party ne say me ba me titi wana this is the action I'm going to take. But say who in opposition was aka chiro mo say because we must say identity no. Oba ebe chance ha wetimi akora no. Oh, oba time.
The statement Mame Mreno mean say I know say mebano mo ho akire until you will be expecting a normal baby within the shortest possible time. What you say? But because I name the in-depth now for na say mine na could run into mean to me mama say promise and say ebia me buy in our first 100 days a Ghana bay say there be
I still don't understand.
Politics, but the politics with lies, we have to try as much.
It has nothing to do with lies. What I am meaning here is say, it has nothing to do with lies. Politics. It is about football. Now, me fan say Ghana and Egypt abo born anwe. Hwe boy. Ghana she Egypt. Egypt abete. Ghana she Egypt. Na ka Ghana she Egypt na Egypt for attack. No more defend there. Until ka Ghana be show more. So,
no,
of course, so sometimes it depends on how you defend it. So,
Yes.
my understanding about politics now, of course, Ghana by this time, they say, in opposition, you need to attack the government, and then the government will be defending. You hear another statement now, or make a chair or him, I say, a confifo or more BBI because of motor about One was when the whole nation started to attack another, they have to defend it. Then instantly, say, NDC was one problem. Whilst we were in government, we are doing the same thing. In opposition, we are doing the same thing. Any time NDC assemble in the media, and see any defend it. So whilst in government, now NDC mom they creating news, negative news, my media then they all attack us. Then we start to defend. In opposition, I was here attacking a our candidates will still be making comments. Remember the whole nation as attacking. Then instead of attacking the government, we are rather defending. What kind of politics is that? I don't know. So what is scenario I'm making say? Because Pratt can say maybe say NDC will problem with communication, which I sided with him or I agreed with him because say, or say I don't know NDC negative neman kwana moye. Now I'm the whole nation at mono go so.
Is it really negative?
Of course, this is negative because for me, why do you make comments? Yeah, about attack you, then you have to defend. So they be saying I'm a person, then not be the whole news.
No, my point is, me we know very well, and where we are, we know say that kind of politics now, and you're making so much promises to the people, you ain't mean for failing. It is about time, we need to stop. Tell the people what you can do. You understand? Within a period.
Yes.
What you say? So that is the picture he should create. So
No.
that you never follow that picture. No.
So here, me be the message be about. Or say, William, I'm with you. Not everything James should say. NPP controls the media. One will say, Fred, John Mahama is the leader of the party. That means he's the highest body. Say John Mahama can't say it makes it fun now. Obianti mean defend him. Rather than this kind of statement, it should rather come from Sami Jemfinum. Then say a year the day then John Mahama comes in to clarify. But say John Mahama being the head, he is talking as if say he is a communication officer of the party. It becomes fine now. Obianti mean defend him as a panyi. Panyi shouldn't talk anything. You come to defend them. But when it's coming from John Mahama being the leader of the party, nobody can defend it. And I did that system rather no. So my advice for John Mahama is say he shouldn't behave as a communicator of the party. Although he's a communication expert, he should behave as the last resort of the party. Onyama kwa kubwa he samejamfi memene wa yeti hey obia in the party and kasa. But no say if we do not take care, I'm telling you, John Mahama will mess the campaign because the fight in power in 2024 this year no and easy fight.
So are you saying say the engagement is doing is not necessary?
I'm not saying the engagement is not necessary, but
if you do the engagement, then this kind of speeches will come. So engagement in
the engagement of John Mahama should be the attacking type, not defending.
So Wakosia, and we are taking the thing out of a certain context because the group of people now will share woman, and when they prompted the kind of statement already. Because it is a 24-hour economy, no. He said it with a group of people. Exactly. Because
the point about 24-hour economy comment or statement from John Mahama is a brilliant idea. And I'm an NPP for what is sure. So we are not defending. Because they are making a statement. I'm a team and now the problem about NPP for more.
You see, we didn't sleep on that too. ya now ho because like yeah that 24-hour economy ni ho a and can way the way they started no and come be say no because okan no so no you can ho asem more e ma ne be issue the same way and along the line so be make statement he meant well but maybe people will take it out of context. It's part of the politics. And part of the politics. And you say be obeka 24/7 and they be perfect. And I say even though you're perfect, crown opposition you be pick bibi. Na say video bi o a wo be no. On both video ni. Make sure na can you jump through ni ade no. That statement was not any statement. Even on Canigano. Baby now Ghanaians were outside.
Meaning, I think the Gambia or something like that.
Yes.
Timing is of essence in politics because in some people how can at the wrong timer, the problem, bro. And the people also can at the right timer, the problem, bro. People how can at the right timer, who gain some popularity. Well, we say these kind of things. If we do not take care, campaign a bad day. Because over say UTV for one seminar, if your mama didn't make those kind of comments, and kafasi be amre. So my point is say, your mama shouldn't behave to say he is the president now, but rather he is in opposition. So who opposition are? You have to say things that will win you power. And you know, your mama is behaving like a pastor. Tisenia, everyone say mini be Bobasara was saying, wow, you are speaking a lot of wisdom, bro. Politics is not about pastoralship. Mama must know this. NPP don't give a hoot about the diplomacy and honesty. I like your honest and dispassionate discussion. That is the truth. Because when you're a politician and you're pastor, you are doing politics. And the mandate of every politician is to win power for their party. And you being the opposition leader, we want you to win power for us, not to tell Ghanaians, say, holy space because what can say holiness in power and Ghanaians voted you out and one for Nipa Odi Trocheromo. Not just Trokeke, but Tra.
So it still goes back. No, it still goes back to that statement. You see, the last time we bought tape will be, I think say I can't tape no one concerning what Rollins said about
Mahama.
President Mahama.
Yes.
You understand? And
yes.
I think say it's part of the process now. Your politics in Ghana. No? What you say? Somewhere along the line, no, I do understand you. Say, even the agency in what you say, you understand? Say, kasano krano, seriousness ne, ahukekane sa emi so kasano. Ninjinano, even though say the name it may happen say nipa no kran tro no oyede. But the way when the near see a brain or see kasem no, it will make it looks like or kanokre.
Yes.
And that is the type of politics that MPP for a day. So you
may be
saying the truth, but a choir will first present a seminar and also so different what you say. But maybe no, dear to me, per what he said and where he said it, I don't have a problem. If it is campaign platforms who are different. But when they are engaged,
what do you call campaign platform? Because campaign platform, Baby, I can say a campaign platform. So,
so for me, I want him to step up in the kind of agency like or they put it into his speech. I want to hear me more than what he said. He says because I understand his communication part, because he's a communication expert, baby, asema or the oka. But asema or can the way obesia carry matter to the people, no, and no hear me because sometimes I say asema no what kind of normal speech to say the okay to say be our president na all my normal speech be near the adeno. So what I say, a horror na sometimes me who say the weakness near day, because obi okra na wakate na ni no okeka nsema enye dey emfa kwam wakeka wie wokọ what you say na say na nado asema akai onti say bi mu defend akrobi asem no akrobi asem ni deputy minister bi defend omo defend say asema kai no
now the second point the second problem
as politics need there that's bring the conversation but it is also incumbent on us.
The second problem in NDC to send a Mexico because he prat kai and say timing a problem. Now do akwa some kesi we kumfi. President Mahama ama yan kasem na mi no so de ne de abede. abebum na abes katana na ado de no so.
Okay, say fine. Yeah, can't say we no.
Mhm.
Yeah, can't say we no. I have one and my same way news.
Obi ati many news because it's on
both
internet. It's everywhere.
both parties ni nyina can't say man.
Mhm.
I have one and my same no news.
And don't think I policy one some say be nyaw. That is my problem. And then my problem
Because-
is me jam fi kokasa. I have no problem. A bit me did and I see don't get be clarify. But when it comes from the head, which is John Mahama, then that is fine now. Obi antimi defend him.
How?
A mistake ko wuntimi nkura no.
No, wait me defend and then I don't say who know what can you say be defended.
All right.
But my point in say
Uh-huh.
not entirely what you are saying, you know, is wrong.
Uh-huh.
From Mama demeanor, what you are saying.
Uh-huh.
That makes people sometimes ask, say, is NDC ready for power in some kind of distance? You understand?
Yes.
Even though we know, say, well, that quiet type, you know, what you are saying.
Mhm.
But when you get up there and you are speaking to the people, that's charismatic spirit, you know. You understand?
Mhm.
And on that, they still get people to cheer them up.
Let me tell you something here. On our screen. Presidents I mentioned the word corruption in the State of the Nation's address in the last 13 years. Until IBC 2021. President Kufuor echoed the word corruption and corrupt only 3 times. At Hamels, 2019, corruption and corrupt 6 times, 3. 2010, 3. 2011, 5 and 6. And at 2012, 4 and 4. Or can the word corruption and corrupt in his State of the Nation's address this kind of number of times? His Excellency John Dramani Mahama mentioned the word corruption and corrupt 7 times. 2014, 17 times each. 2015, 14 times each. 2016, 22 times each. And at 2017, before he left office in January, or mentioned the word corruption and corrupt 2 times each. Now, taking over from 2017, 4 times in his State of the Nation's address, and our corruption each. 2018, 8 times each. 2019, 4 times each. 2020, 7 times. 2021, corruption, a year feeding another. Kasem. Meanwhile, no. They made Ghanaians into believing, say, Mahama and his president, they are more corrupt. Now, that word corruption, if you could see a year feeding another, totally, it's gone. There's no mention of corruption. Why isn't your mama and the NDC capitalizing on this kind of campaign promises and then this kind of things are any amount for about and then explain idea corruption bit a year mine? Jessica. Why are we not saying this kind of things? But rather now we keep on saying some other things. Emma will be a Fred.
No, sir. Recently, you know, I don't think say or my any survey on because I heard that means in everywhere your mama speaks, corruption comes out from his mouth, which he is not happy with it. What you say, and I think say as for corruption, you will move Ghana to at least so will be an offer about we want. And another is not talking about corruption because when him say what him, what them, what did him, into a need you be also obey reference to even corrupt because the word corruption no crano. They say no more person bad day. Because they know very well said they are fully guilty when it comes to corruption. And now, you know, last be man be can be in his communication said, and this is for sorry, I bet you magum, you buy bet you magum, you buy bet you magum. Now, wouldn't prefer say, as soon as you weigh me, with my bokrono. Also, so now, Miguel Kunyana Mawa over be the owner who are Kunya so bet me at my own said the Kunyana so simple as I said. Yes. So that communication part, you know, in a way that man was making sense. Yeah, fun to once I wouldn't a Kunyana because the more work can now scale the panel. Into a wound say, Aqua we can, and the nipa crazy will come na metras because I mean, a quenya dear near me, my real because we need someone in my day, Medi.
Medi.
So, no, and
Yes.
see, when you're Koreano, Fato ho. Now, when you're Korean, we are 2 minutes be doing some no. I feel like I actually say, be a woman, no. When, why day. Why?
Why?
Because before we born in no mother, no chrono, no my born, a catty across, so chief executives, no mean I day, Eka home. Omukra no mama o ma force o mama o ma wie sika no mo ama wo mo so ahunu omo so ye aban adwuma enti no omo no ehu ba be kire omo mo no fuzi omo mo aban we ma na entina konwa no so
Ababo ano.
that's it enti no wo kasa ni nyina no edi hu ebetu nipa no ye dai eso
Eso.
enti ne ye se me kopa de ene nipa no ngu na me ntina so because minim say ade no manya dibone na ye dai
Ewi.
so ni nyina ye that kind of compensation na dey ebetimi akoso say along the line no say we change bi a communication style na kakra na wo ha na waka bibi say kakra e wo ha ba bi wo ho a say the make no me na wo ya adwen e wo the kind of speeches na e bi a ba bi a but this particular statement here make say e ho no say you for NDC MPP a still a group of people bi omo won finfini tembia no omo ehwe de woka omo we no omo hunu say o policies ni won sem bi no sa grofo no do so kakra omo no so be sa de there are people oyi omo den a the least resort ni say na me nto aba sa nipa no no onko convince ni say o MPP ni o meto aba ma NDC what you say
Yes.
offer do na mu a 2%. The whole entire MPP no emu 2% na beka akire say oh me MPP ni na enso me hwe de aban we aye say dia what you say that die hard for on obeka akire say any aban no kra menye dey mental even though benya sunsa so the party ni so what you say
Right.
but some middle class people kakra na e bi omo we policies ni won sema abe dey obeka when you meet them and also so na say ohunu kwan abefa so abe dey obe communicate to them because aban we enu omu hia hyehyɛ omu bo bebree so ahunu ni omu hia hyehyɛ omu bo bebree ene sɛ utie nsɛm a gutafo ka uhu sɛ aboso kanfo ebi ma ko school kakra wo mo omo yɛ omanko school fo kakra de wo ho but uhu sɛ sakrofo ni nyinaa ekomo apan we ni omu di ye e wo sumase ni ade omu nyinaa tu di wo machi no ene no they have started regretting. So when you also come and start saying the same thing to them, they will not say they will not take you serious. Na dia na we manka. What you say? So let them know the realities. And then when they give you the mandate, it means they have accepted the why they waka chira womo no. It doesn't necessarily mean say me ba beda.
Okay.
Within the short period, you know. Memfa ento me bo ase na me ntoto enoma se de be ya ye start see ye move on then we know where we are heading towards so ahuno because oba abamu nne obi abe start the problems aye dey aba so ahye omobo se oba wo be yewe so ahuno but when say MVP ba ye akatua ntumu nyina no enkro so 7% odika ma omo 4 ana obema omo 3 afei no wose o san dey ntino on say Ghana so your style of politics ye be kwa na ato akatuam ye the arrest aka ho until the next government no ba a mandate to say o ye dey utua and the people will pursue you because ye nya ye san hyehyɛ na to hodeda ntino no so start January nti kon bia so ye say o ye dey uhwehwe sika na o ye dey however ye nyina ye di adanse ye say de ye ken say oman na hedai asai the country is broke because me no me enim hwe kura na enim say external debt ye nti bi da say ye ntimi ntua ye kai de ye nti bi da say ye nkokrafo ne ye merewafo pension pay for omusika kakra omode aye pensioners ye ntimi ntua ya je omusika afiri omusem ye nti so ahunu but here is the case ya sa no ma we di adanse ye say oman no ba bia ye wura no ana ba bia koduru no ehu so ahunu enti na say animu ye no say economy ni begina ye to ye bo ase ne ye dey ye fix it Would they just reflect on the single span pay policy? President Kufuor, yes, I say, no, edit to her when to a capre. Or confirm to the two Ghana for teacher for ne, a for Guinea, Oja Hokoye. Former President Mills, Yamifa the currency or buy with all also no necessary day or yes implementation. So and also and so they buy economy also.
Yes.
And these are some of the things.
All right, Martin. So, Fred, why are they no submission? What I want us to do now is say, digging into some of the policies at NDC per se. Yeah, the bar akumyaso. I think that the next section I wanna say a movie because nipa we bring a type beside say NDC their policy and I'm more. Dig into some of the policies now NDC as she share at home because say. Meaning say this year manifesto about the name be best, but of course we need to speak as we think to be discussing one or two of these kind of things. Now, me pacho way for free 2020 manifesto of NDC. Na afide yede ahade. What NDC and John Mahama planned to do, think we need 2020 election now. Me sure say it wouldn't be different from what we're gonna do now. They say 1, tax cuts for jobs. Small businesses will be exempted entirely from corporate and personal income tax. Small businesses. NDC abaying so power small businesses on exempted from corporate and personal taxes. Corporate income tax for medium-sized companies will be reduced from the current 25% to 15%. Small companies and so are more nipa kakrebia enye 1% and so abaying one share edemamo. NDC or policies we bring Edema Ghana for now. Sometimes NPP focus NDC need policy then as me say go for one kind of answer day. But anyway, if we are, we just come back and then we do. Newly established medium-sized companies that employs up to 20 staff will be exempted entirely from the payment of corporate tax for 1 year. It's a company with me for about 20 people no. For 1 year, no be tax incentive. And we are there. NDC are buying. Say Odebema. If I jump forward ahead. Exempt commercial vehicles and other equipment imported into the country for commercial, industrial, and agricultural purposes from import duties. In the NDC say car yede ba be yejuma. Bit say toro taxes and say for any commercial fidia eba be yejuma. And agree in your mind, no, or the Bama in my tax. BMS will say, Obey review with the Customs Amendment Act 2020, which is Act 1014, to scrap the law banning the importation of salvage vehicles. What was NPP are buying at the policy? What am I meant to ask me? Maybe I can explain it. This will save the local automotive industry, especially Swami Magazine, Konkompe, and Abosokai from collapse. NPP aye is called Parliament. Parliament pass a bill bia. Untimi import car any accident in February chilma bim. And a horn nema. In a way no ha Swami Magazine for because ubia meto car pass enfama ema unya kwa me fixe. Ote kwa moto wasa nti mo dwuma na egu no Swami Konkrompe ne aboso kan for no John Mahama so ba obesan hye mo dwuma no mo kena with policies are ebeboa amamaye no ayeye. This is one section of it. Fred Intino and will be Ampacho with my journey on 050-811-7781 a WhatsApp line oba ubetimini atwetwe enkomo abom. And this kind of policies no there I believe say John Mahama any NDC for me implement here ebeboa timemufo no ama obi a ho aton e o man. Fred.
Yes sir.
How do you see this kind of policies? Because I say NDC for yentime nkyerɛkyerɛ yɛnsɛm no mu yɛnti obi
ahana me no ya adwene no.
Yes.
Ana me no ya dey. Ya
adwene. Nti bon sɛ mama.
How yes. Me bo Mr. How many NDC even communicators? And I think say you can say and as you beef up our communication tactics now. This is something that we should do. Me ba chonti ase o.
Mete wa se pa na
Let's
ni adwen.
let's reduce our communication from TV so type of communication brofo no because we over be kind brofo no magazine ni a ade we fa na ho pa wo giri say o kan the book mu obete. But when we are doing the engagement, let's put our people into groups. Say this particular area, this is the kind of communication.
Yeah, oh, yes.
Because say we cast our policies we were Ashanti regional. A whole 1 year policy that we have a kind of totima munina day. Nasum. Because open baby a business pa a Ashanti region.
Yes.
Open baby a magazine and it's our corporate you know what a Ashanti region. Already almost I say feeling heat because implementation whereby even says here car importation yes net that's so now ka we wait your penalty near that ni nyina say we reduce no ne esem bebre what I say enti saa we na ye import no ne ba ma saa crofo nya adwuma ye
yes
so ahuno na obi akwato ka mo na enfie dodo say na nipa no ka ne be say amane dia ko magazine ho amane nya ka ne bia repair what I say and even omutimi ya assembling of car pem se see na de komo omo magazine ho a the next year abekono we will be to identify say car we na dey here na apema ye dey buy
yes
so ahuno so instead say you be for different means bi so ni dey ni atimi abo omo because country bi o kra na ono ankasa car pass no onye no ho ofa free ba bi no abe dey wa be assembly no ho
yes
so old cars ni ade say itimi tutu bi ni ade fix bi ni aye dey ye nya new car na nkofo aye dey use
yes
so what I say. However, now all taxes are or the Bema or tax exemptions or the Bema other companies, new company over France ha. Who be a company 1 year? Who be a company our first year first 1 year no. Apai kra Bema oska kakra ma dey show company ni. O first 1 year so you are exempted from what? Taxes. Said ye be ya obetimi ama o company ni agina wona so. So because after no be a company, what for nipa 20 or more year adwuma aban ho ahan no. Say the taxes bebree dey egu so a within 6 months no company no be dey e be collapse. Because you have not making any gains. And as see no wutu adwuma no so ka alongside.
Yes.
Electricity bills ni ade. So when no nyina na ban no percentage we are cutting off electricity water ni no ma bebree. So no what me establishing na why dey what gina wona so no afei na why dey what starting no why dey the radio what shall see dey to our taxes kakra eno kra na bia ye mfa ma wubu utua no in subsidized way said the be ya company no be cost why dey gina so that emu bie no na wotimi fa nipa mo na afei no aban no so atimi aye dey because aside say ka individuals so betua taxes wo mo ho. It is a nipa 20 no muti fie a sanka aban nya hwe wo mo ho but omo nya adwuma aye no aban no betimi anya kakra ye say individuals ni ye dey so and sign that the company itself no taxes so ben so be dey obetua ma aban so enti no hode dey fantastic. This is what NDC should do because how we no nyina nkomo a ehese ye force no ye dey yetimi kama timamufo no dey sector by sector. You three abo ase ne dey ye chire mu
because we are medium size
media no why there but ye sole ne sesa no ma na kogu magazine ho a machines no ne ya ka kire omo de papa ne ba opese obeye mamunie so ahunu but ye kasa no ye nka ma asem ne nko omo eho yie na omo na hunu se wo ba we na abe dey wo be ya ma me wa tumi atase ma se eno be boa me sen aban we di a no ye ma ye what you say to what we no for we no compare na dia kire crofo na nkasa
and one say
NDC normal way wo manifesto ni
yeah nema we wom so surprisingly the NDC for do na nim because aban na kasa obezem te say we import commercial vehicle any other equipments are to say what the commercial industry and I say agriculture purpose na untua import duty a. This is where 1 year message for NDC. 2, So okay say service cars na or say aban no NDC is about the Beko parliament here is amre na free ho. This is positive thing.
So no you say cry the aba.
Will pay a full amount due to every victim of the reckless handling of the financial sector cleanup. Then you know NDC manifesto no, but surprisingly NDC communicators no brofa can say can be an cancel when you team many bia.
Yeah, now the problem is no I say you strategize. I say idea say there were chunk of the media no. They will help you to sell this message.
Yes.
But we need media so instead you have to use a different means to get or reach the people. What you say? Because okay so we can radio so who even news no the way ombesi aka asem no e ma ne nkoye te say what you say. Message papa bi na we dey o send ya man nkrofo no o meka no no sa wa dem me pa say say one-on-one political talk we are enya fe na wo benya adaje abefa page 5 so be kan one dem me say no so we have to find a different means to send our message, not only to resort on Ghana media no because 2/3 of Ghana media no among MYS akwan so and the NDC pro so kra no and also so until say ebia NDC for be share that decide say ebia NDC hour say ebia 1 hour with murufie na ebia ya fa na yes education in our policies but what the material say
yes
but say quiet say normal radio no so pedisika or an advert so what you say it is all koto airtime with one kasa party who full say ABA station where they may affiliate to what they make now I sell a message in here then who say social media what is MPP for social media for you
of course
yes so who say social media will be sell or message in what they are you also support the person because also they preach your agenda
at the mount.
So you reach out to the people, you give them the thumbs up, even not money at least to encourage the people. So you know what you are doing. Because MPP for about 1,000 of people Jubilee House. Their duty is to be on social media and monitor what is going on there. Now omobe kanta ayi enti obi wo ha onya ya start ya no ma sha se di watem
I mean sir you think say o party NDC no mo yes adwuma we are okay
and I make say omonye enti na hu hia say omo start no me because all the oni to traditional media na so a eno nko anya dai emwa so all the me kire no emwa so ma hu say den say semi jam fi say Facebook or say 360 minutes something be program be by me share that NTA no so that's why the oil actually but it is about time we have to start doing some of these things because Fifi Kote when now I am propaganda secretary 2018 these were some of the things I know more day so and the engagement and your TV so you can go down to the just assign individuals groups some more assignment in here go to the people now Professor Ahmed say why door-to-door campaign now yes you down them man no ball plum na no can that be do the individual but the mistakenly na ya no say you kwa na for NDC for na ya dey na community engagement in NDC for now you are engaging the whole community what you say it's not about say because NDC you know already or no yeah there about no to NDC but the person now or no na dwene ye say no or no na wo kofa na be kan wo numbers ne ho amana ye dey great na make us say we have that 2% people now or no our party ni mu a obe based on policies and na say bi akane no na me yi ka say about we buy no me ho akere me amwa me manya hwe anye dey free so what you say the party no eco opposition because at the end of the day no omo di omo sika no me nka ho
Yes.
So say NDC ban was obetimi ayi we a obetimi ahwe so aye dey ato abaye dey amaye na wanya bibi asa antie anhu say no na beboa no na like okay na ko nkomo no koye te say o president Mahama akoka say oba amoma no honeymoon obeda say na conversation ni be dey ebe
of course that is the message. Timamufo na say Mahama say, oh, is it the motor that
oba amoma no mere no onda
because you don't have to give them that kind of chance. Whilst you have all these kind of messages at hand, as a call around Matimamufo, oh, honeymoon, the word honeymoon, crowd again in your dream, no, enjoyment. I don't know why. The same way, nobody seems to be hating these kind of things.
So
it's
like that.
Idris, William Cap. Yewa adwuma pa eti child we na mo yewa adwuma Millicent yewa adwuma because say yan hwe ya engufo we the propaganda best ya we ne aba we afi yensem ama we NDC ni a wasu obeka so ma wi a yet no ebia na yen na sebe ya nya adwuma ni yie ama because NDC was say ochina what we gonna do ni say yebe kasa afa and then me yesen ke de beka ho but for time until the yem fan kan e ka twitwiri dia amane no ede no ede policy na NDC pese yede eyi mine efiri sa aka no and your full topic by yourself I want NDC 2020 manifesto yet ultimate NPP for Dr. Mbawumia ne Fred ma e asemo binia ma me nka se me wo hu police ni bia oni bugiri na abu ekoye meeting say ono no onje democracy ni na ye to aba nti to aba fenje say omofa mi se de be wi abam nti asen no of no e dampare e na amoma nwi aba nti na ndi se wen ni sa police ni no o se wakọ Joe Wise krumo so kwa
kope
surprisingly it's how police
the
lawyer but sometimes Ghana have a problem with Ghana law school because nipa bi mo home lawyers are as me madwim no they don't qualify to be lawyers.
Mama secret be so.
Ka say your mama say man honeymoon oba dey no be na your mama ni policy. Next on ko kan NDC manifesto da.
Na wo ko kan dey.
O ko kan dey say.
No ko kan dey. On kan.
Papa Ghana ya when you obese Ghana because our police ni na waja police ko pampi no. Say ni we parliament I may can be so an better bomb.
Mama ka some tell mama one secret be about Ghana ye certain professional courses. Obi abe lawyer ne hwan those kind of things right say we adwuma kase bia now they are here how people from parliament go into law school at ease call them panomne those kind of things with ease obi o parliament within the shortest period of time no why the masters say boni PhD we parliamentarian and we adwuma how on earth will you be able to even get time
that is unim bibi my main cast story been 2019 because law school UK BPP University of Law Ekoye near a graduate diploma in law which is like the first degree in law 2020 I started LLM in immigration law which is in masters in then I started to think say everybody say na obi to parliament or didn't see me call law school because I heard anything. The question is, Obi di hine wo kurubi so better the next one year also me a lawyer. Why not the part call law school ni
and the other natural no why na antimi ama lectures and then now ya na lecturer we sa ebukuta title ni ade no onwura law court to them that cross study case ba ko price that now KT Hammond money ayi apabaya na nim pepe said the etia the baby the bia na body tip wo ayi sa kwase ayi also a law lecturer now we num say we
how the surprise surprise
so tina bi bia ki ni kire wo no enti de hia ne say Ghana no obey bre no wadu level be in politics obey bre na wadu office bi obey bre enti police we nya rank bi a e kina wase me call law school
immigration police in Papa no, oti police ho no, now he was just like a terrorist be not ho.
Yeah. That's how. Wouldn't say for we. Share appointments in a normal or any inquire of Asokasa. Wouldn't you purely a political person?
Yes.
It is
Oh,
any
yeah,
power
police
we
na
know.
we also call MP.
It is any power we know.
Now we no media not me fa microphone ko gina na on kasa for the nation. Police no on one police ni no.
On train agent.
Ono timi koye kululu say oni bugiri na bu enkotu
No,
IGP.
why you cool police?
Ah, oye cool. Be o set cool no. So
Why
the
you cool
parliament, and we
police?
go parliament ah. Enye bomb na okoto.
Bomb.
Ah, we dey nyankopon Ghana
So I wonder
pa
the
busa
kind of
for problem.
people that.
Anyway,
I'm better about Amano.
you how as a country, you how as a country that you address this kind of challenges are.
I'm
You
telling
might
you.
problem. Abusa for program 1 hour with Munufi na. And then about 1 hour of our time. Now I was trying to get some of the France for Neman, but I think say I'm finding a bit of technical challenges into China. Fred Michelle was China be except now Millicent. Then when we finish, so I made a link to that particular program. Also, a better so now will be near that GBN and patch will be to me after France for no program on me and Millicent ne Mela Mosamonia Quan here. Patch will be to me akoso na mahwe sa near manina. Inti maybe ye behwe sene mensaka ofrefo a odi kan nti mehwe na mede na call line so na atwe nkomo menu ya me ma nwumre. Good evening.
Hello.
Sir. Good evening,
Hello. Sir. Yeah, good evening, Munufi and Alfred. How are you guys doing?
Everything is fine. You are live on 1 hour with Munufi.
Great job you guys are doing. And
Nice.
This is Prosper. I'm calling from North Carolina.
All right.
Raleigh in particular.
You're welcome on the show.
In the US. Thank you. I've been following your show for some time now. And I've been following this conversation about the communications of our flag bearer,
yes.
John Mahama. Yes, about some flaws that people are trying to impugn on him.
Mm-hmm.
But the problem is that sometimes we misconstrue what his intentions were at the time. We took the whole thing out of context.
Mm-hmm.
You could see that before he made that statement. I think it's about the grace period that
yes,
he requested for, right?
Yes.
Before he made that particular statement, he proceeded by saying that, look, guys, let us be very measured.
Mm-hmm.
Let us be very measured in all our demands. He's been going around the country and he's been hearing the same old things. Lecturers, teachers, nurses are putting the same thing across.
Mm-hmm.
So in order to kind of defray that expectation that, when we come into power, we're going to get everything done. We ask for this going to be done in no time. That is why he put it across.
Mm-hmm.
That, look, guys, let us be measured in our expectations.
Yes.
If we are measured, we come into power, we see what the problems are, we have the money, we see what we can do, then we do it.
Yes.
Do you see it? And that is a virtue of a leader.
Okay.
Being honest.
Okay.
Do you understand it? And you see, I think when you look at the politics going on in Ghana right now, there are two forms of politics: the politics of lies
mm-hmm.
and the politics of honesty.
Yes.
Am I right or wrong?
Yeah, you are right. But the question I keep asking is, you made mention of political leadership. So we have the political leader who is in government and then the political leader who is in opposition. Do you think the two have to make the same statement, or the communication style of these kind of two leaders should be the same?
They can never be the same.
Yes. So that was my point, that was my viewpoint.
They can never be the same. And I'll explain why they can never be the same.
Okay.
Right now in Ghana, with these two, I don't know how I will put it. These two way of doing politics, the politics of lies, and then the politics of honesty.
Yes.
When you look at the whole structure of MPP, you can tell, right now, the average Ghanaian can tell that, look, this is a party that is very dishonest when
Okay.
it comes to politics. Do you understand it?
Yes.
And then when you look at NDC, from the time of Jerry Rawlings all the way to currently Mahama, and when you look at it, the parliamentarians, right, outside the parliament, the ordinary NDC supporter is looking out for honesty.
Okay.
And also, too, Ghanaians are right now can tell the difference between the two parties. You see it?
Yes.
So to me, it's like NDC is trying in everything to establish itself as the party of honesty.
Okay. So
Do
you
you understand it?
President Mahama is too honest that Ghanaians don't also appreciate those kind of honesty from politicians, but rather from pastors?
You know, Ghanaians are made up of MPP, NDC, and then the middle people, right?
Yes.
The floating voters.
Yes.
NDC identify itself as a party of honesty.
Okay.
You get it?
Yes.
Now, MPP is being identified as the party of dishonesty.
Okay.
Now, the floating voters in the middle, what are they looking for?
Okay.
You see,
I think you're making a salient point. Yes.
You know, they are looking for that leader who will be honest, that party who will be honest with them. Do you see?
Yes.
If it is A, it is O. If it is B, it is B. And that is a great virtue of a leader.
Okay.
You know, as a leader, you need to put honesty up front and not to wait about that. You see,
yes.
The diehard, like you people said, the diehard MPP people don't care about whether somebody is being honest or being dishonest. I will flow with them. You know,
yes.
So yeah, I think that is what it is. And also to remember what Jerry Rawlings said, I think 2016 at Cape Coast, you know, that we must not mimic the way the MPP people do their things. They are okay with it. Do you see?
Yes.
They are okay with it. They've been in existence for a very long time. They've been changing their name over and over and over again. And they're okay with that.
Yes.
We don't want to be like that.
Yes.
You see, NDC don't want to be like that. We must be our own people.
That's true.
Do you understand it? So that is all I got for you. But you guys are doing a great job on the internet, educating. I like your approach to issues that you bring up. Great job, guys.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
All right, Fred.
Yeah.
I think some of them, but most of them, I also agree with him.
Yeah. So the kind of statement Nana may say, the communication he made, you know, you see the people who are in the middle, and there are people that Mahama met on that particular occasion, and then there's a compensation here. You know. Now
so what he also means is that to appeal to the floating voter, because Ghana no ba you NDC for her and your NPP for her, so you have to target those in between.
I think I said the same thing.
They also expect some qualities from our leaders. And
I think I said the same thing here.
I can't for.
But
do you think say what can happen? Do you think say 2016 answer na now the baby nearby?
Yeah.
2020 four more to do more, and I said then. Do you think that those kind of statements na timamania or wadwen our floating voted ehun say no kre?
As for 2020 there, me say e be cancel elections in ho asem bebre because 2020 there we all saw what happened. And it's obvious because we have parliament crisis in any normal course where we can equally see. But prior to 2020 elections, 2016 elections, yes, you because we almost anything as I say, and then on throne is no. So almost can some na man say no correct.
Yes.
So even a drew baby crying, many will not name the echo about because we are not closely in touch with the government, you know. A drew baby and just no money be. say no correct. What
Yeah.
you say? Even though we were also being fooled because we didn't also ask for any evidence,
Yes.
any document to prove. But ni ayede ya jedi mebwana.
Ghana, to
So
say any kind of Nanado, I catch Ghana for say or the free SHSB ba.
exactly.
Ghana media bien who tin bisa Nanado say Ubenyas kana why. Except
No,
Nanado two kind free Ghana quite. Is it BBC or CNN?
BBC,
And the bisa
BBC,
Ubenyas kana why.
BBC.
So it means that Timamufu and Ankasa kwa na yentimi misa political leaders no. Very basic questions.
Yes. Until winim. So say a children no more who say it has come back to hate them. Say they should have asked those questions, you know. Just that they make it swallow head and say, oh, free SHS, you bet me because and I had like I say, oh, you too oil to the oil as to how much you get from the oil and how much you are going to spend on the free SHS, you know. And no assessment in you know, Obianye. That time, no, a genuine person was telling them, say, no. You know, say at the end of the free, normally, no, it will increase. Say, I say hospital is free, how now will be over hospital. And so be a lesson them pa ne hondo dono. Wakoto para no anom no wako na adwuma. But do you get hospital a day, free ne. Ubekwa na hwa a day, a hwa ma. Oh no. Enti no, say there was a mentality ni dia. It's obviously say you can say free education ya. Any nkrofo no be day. Because day in and day out, no, the number increases. Afibia nipa omuko school, no number ni increase. No, I say free there. What you say? And then, that time, the interest of Mono Montimi uncle near waste too. Maybe Nalumi no uncle SS. Bamu Baku Shia Macy, Baku Shia electrician, and a Baku driver. What you say? Oh, treat GM boy. I don't just say why near you more. I also to the American.
Oh, it was very,
I
very well.
said, free said the Naya Kenya because minimum of fear. The results of Unya or to be you. Because you can't say free education and the punish or the new Kosia mechanics a Juma, Bayam inside the Juma. The background obi Transic I say or Sakran that because you say the free education banner. I don't know man free education. Meanwhile, so no. Obefa transportation every bitima cop boma, akusu. Obeda mattresses so. Obefa tobos, Eddie no more. What you say? And you know also expectation nipa no fa akura no school chinchina but say ade say okọ ode no say skare no ko sua adwuma anka akura ni sa adache anka okọ school enti say free education ni wa anka sa conversation no kura na emma
Emma.
ba o ka so ni free ni nti no obi a hwe free na eye no so hu no
Yes.
wa fa measures bi anye dai anto ho free education enye basic SHS enye basic education is a crabby enya because if our systems are good any education is good a crabby obey JHS should be able to write his or her name.
Yes.
A tired a fill form. What is the essence of a fill form? Bank near my form self fill a date of birth near the idea. That's all to me. It is all a mechanic now you could be a bank account now near my form now to me failure. What is the problem again? Nti sɛ nipa na ɛsɛ ɔkɔ free SHS senior high school ansa na watumi atwerɛ ne bi.
Debbie.
Nti sɛ nipa na owie JHS na watumi afele form a what tells you so ɔkɔ SS obetumi afele form.
Well, you're on point. Inti, and then you're basically with her Fred. Na yeda obibia with me joining and then on our show nase. Send you American on this particular program. Na ye can't and seven send ya etie. Na ye near them. Ye can't okre so. Inti, that is the hallmark of this particular program. But your program air 1 hour with Monofie. Inti ebe me de ubinya na mahwe na afide one ye atena mmere bia obinya bia. Fred, in 1 minute, far conclude my na enwie.
Yo, okay. Where there me da obi bia wo hwe ye anwumre ase. Omo a opanyin kase o free US. I think say how ye kwa actually this time round. Na ye nuano so omo boy share your programs ne na program no da ne da nyina. Right, where there won say name ahwe NDC neat pa kama. Enra ne de chair me program na say me sister baako Madam Comfort or can one of the executives no ho. Ti no a chair no ma bebre ma adofo o moye den omo buy NDC panifenarians no. And I think say NDC France ochina said ye can say you India. And as someone being a program no, at least on be say a normal air cost. Now come next month is so no the Cassia pan and Kwama Eba. I think say be do already a normal better turn up me. Now coming Saturday, the Beco yes struggle. Now a honso so yakoye or more no gration amo another branch in a day. Ewo hono. Nti Francis force me for akonya so na ye na wase. No tiefo nyina ewo nra adefefa oye ma omo say you picking a life even though na along the line 1 or 2 but bibia ye kama
Yes.
na bihwe ya ma na ye fine ti omo say omo da wase abre ni abre bia no so omo ebe akwanya so ba omo abeba platform so abeda wo
Sir.
because ye sha ase no omo akwanya be kasa nti say aye kama so a say omo ebeda wase nti enura no bibia ye kama edo obi oba ye bia ebi mantimi amade but you say at appropriate time me chia me maame Rebecca I think say o share me boss obeba but o si BBC kwan kakra nti no wantimi amba I hope say chapter no de ne kon bia so na say otimi ye dey eba en program no nra mistake kakra anya mistake but that's how I nra nhyehyɛ ne koye because e koye Sunday no and I say Sunday to Monday adwuma so no ya na sometimes and baby also a program na ko sha just say wo fa train ko si baby no ne ade nti no it will be surprising nipa yenya no nra no because nra na Sunday ne ade but all the same no na me ado bibia ye kama fine pa nti NDC no koso na mo nyina mo so mo na mo na dru baby adru e do bi ase.
All right. Enti yada kwache Frederick ne NDC fo mo France nyina so yenso yada mo asese onya amre na enra motimi aka mo hwabom se mo je NDC party ne I think that is something I will say Ghana fo nyina ye kwan bia for so bitima je NDC si ho bia no me madwi mu no was yitimi eye na yede make sure say party no bitimi aba power because say every mess aban we any NPP aban a yura Alhaji Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia idi animu ekos ya too much nti mesre na abusuafo mama yemwa nti menje party nsuo nti meda obi bia onya amre ene etanae ase nyame adom ochena yebesan aba enemu abetwetwe nkomo meda obi bia CBM nti mama bye bye.
But we know that there will be obstacles. One, you need to provide security because people must be able to work in the night without armed robbers going to attack them. So it means that we must provide more police officers. We must provide all those companies with security so that they're able to do their work. But if we have to provide more police officers and security men, it means we will employ more young people to join the security services to be able to make the 24-hour economy work. And so it doesn't mean that if already 1 or 2 industries are doing it or 1 or 2 companies are doing it, we cannot provide incentives for more of them to do it so that they can provide opportunity for more young people to get work. But we know that there will be obstacles. One, you need to provide security because people must be able to work in the night without armed robbers going to attack them. So it means that we must provide more police officers. We must provide all those companies with security so that they're able to do their work. But if we have to provide more police officers and security men, it means we will employ more young people to join the security services to be able to make the 24-hour economy work. And so it doesn't mean that if already 1 or 2 industries are doing it or 1 or 2 companies are doing it, we cannot provide incentives for more of them to do it so that they can provide opportunity for more young people to get work. And so it is our policy, we'll implement it. It's not by force. When we come, we'll open it. The initiative is available. Any company that wants to work a shift system and work more than the 8 hours that they normally work from 8 o'clock to 5 o'clock, they will sign on and we'll give them tax incentives. Because if you work the extra shift, you will be given tax breaks. Aside from that, you'll be provided with security and everything that you need to be able to employ more people. And so it's a project that we will adopt. We have a group of experts working on it. We'll roll out the policy and companies.
anyojo fana before etu Mahama say omo muntu because 24 hours economy it before ni amun so ntia Mahama eko policy no Mahama mambo Mahama ba pa muntu biom because Mahama ba amanfo na ama munyam wodwuma because so amanfo da e na mutu na mko didi na mko ba na mutu bi di amanfo ebi muti na mo de akọ football park so na mo de akọ ball o de asa before no and for na mutu bi adwuma because and for sa na omo mu ni ban ball no mo da ho na akwara be ti no ti na o de akọ ball na omo operate omo tu fa omo tutu no mo nam abefo nam abefo so ade sa na mutu bi bie choba omo tu bi bie restaurant omo tu bi bie filling station na adodofo yi na ama so obadia sa adodofo aforo adwuma na ya honfo ni am so yo mo so waka o mama government be sa honfo adwuma o obesa be ifo adwuma o obesa be fo adwuma o mo pam no mo si de kwan eba abefo kra tu mi adwuma adodofo o dey say the night economy na mo ni sa adodofo na honfo enante bo so fo nyam nante enti mo se yakoye na to o kopa ko hia samai wako sia busum bi ya busum adisa esum abusam usum the night. Do you know the spirit that parts in the night? What did you may see what refer? It's the Bible say ya mom pai na yefa ya wushi Yesu sa no nyenye ba ya da ya nkache eto obi bi on nante do fa etinu no ti na da ko na omo operate omo tu fa omo tutu no mo nam abefo nam abefo so ade sa na omo tu bi bie choba omo tu bi bie restaurant omo tu bi bie filling station na adodofo yi na ama so obadia sa adodofo aforo adwuma na ya honfo ni am so yo mo so waka o mama government be sa